All right, well, there we go.
Yeah,
Now we're recording.
Now we're on video. There we go. So yeah, we haven't even really started anyways. So yeah, let's start with championship week in college football. So in the SEC championship game, Alabama took care of Florida, 52-46. Actually turned out to be a pretty good game.
Close.
It was kind of in the second quarter. It looked like Bama was going to run away with it, and then Florida made it interesting there at the end. In the ACC championship game, Clemson just rolled Notre Dame 34-10.
I gotta say, I was a little surprised by this. I thought it might have been a little bit closer of a game.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be closer too.
But Clemson, I mean,
Yeah, and luckily for Notre Dame, it didn't change their standing in the. Well, I mean, they went from number 2 to number 4, but they're still in the made the college football playoff.
Yeah.
Over in the Big Ten, number 4 Ohio State defeated Northwestern 22-10. Ohio State was kind of struggling in this game actually. They were down midway through the third quarter, but they ended up pulling it out. In the Big 12 championship. Number 10, Oklahoma beat number 6, Iowa State, 27-21. That was actually a really good finish.
I know someone who likes that.
Yep, Nick Warren, another one, chalking it up.
Chalking it up, getting their licks in, you know?
Yep, getting those licks in. And then in the Pac-12 championship, number 13, USC was upset by Oregon, 31-24. I'm actually really not that surprised. I don't think USC deserved to be ranked number 13.
The Pac-12 just does no favors for each other.
Yeah, I mean, USC had no chance of getting in the playoff anyways. But, yep, Oregon takes another Pac-12 crown. And so in the college football playoff semifinals, it's going to be Bama versus Notre Dame in the Rose Bowl.
That's going to be a good one.
And then number 2, Clemson versus number 3, Ohio State in the Sugar Bowl. Both
No,
gonna be good games.
actually, Bama and Notre Dame will be good. Clemson and Ohio State, I'm stoked for.
Yeah, that'll be good.
Clemson and Ohio State's going to be nice.
It's going to be a rematch. Ohio State wants to get some revenge on, was that last year or the year before? I think it was last year.
I think so.
Yeah.
Did you see Dabo Swinney put Ohio State
Dude,
out of his top 10 teams?
Dabo is trolling hard.
Yeah, I don't know about all that.
Yeah, I think, I get the whole thing, like, oh, they only played 6 games, but you can't realistically think that they're not one of the 4 best teams in college football this year. And you can't take away from the fact that they couldn't do anything about the fact that they only played 6 games. Their conference canceled half the season.
They can't control that.
Yeah, they can't control that. So,
Also, I want to mention Clemson Ohio State has the potential to have the first top 2 picks in next year's draft, or this year's
Absolutely,
draft,
yeah.
NFL draft.
I mean, it looks like the Jags and the
Jets
will have the top 2 picks, and they're pretty much both in need of quarterbacks. So,
Yeah.
Yes, sir. I think that's
I'll
going to be.
definitely take Bama and Clemson win both those games.
Yep. You think Clemson got a chance against Bama in the Natty?
They
definitely got a chance.
They got Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah.
They got a chance.
Yeah.
They do.
I don't know. I can't imagine they'd be favored though. Bama's been pretty dominant this year. So
Yeah. Well, we thought the same thing 2 years ago, didn't we?
this is true. So yeah, it's going to be a good, interesting college football.
Anything
playoff.
can happen.
Yep.
Anything can happen.
Time for our NFL top
Woo!
6. It was
Another edition.
kind of a pretty normal chalk week in the NFL with a couple exceptions. But,
Yeah. My list is definitely a little different than it was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah. I thought it was pretty easy for me to come up with my top 4 at least.
Yeah, the five and 6 always fuck me up. I can't
Yeah.
ever. Like, I'm looking at it right now, I don't think it makes much sense, but we
Yeah.
can start. So who'd you have?
Yeah. So 5 and 6. I had the Saints at number 6.
Wow, really?
2 straight losses.
Yeah.
I kind of got to knock them for that.
Okay.
They really only have beaten, the only good team they've beaten is Tampa Bay. They beat them
Beat 'em
twice,
twice, yeah.
but that's the only super quality win they have. They lost to a Philly team they probably should have beaten.
Mm-hmm.
They played the Chiefs pretty well, considering Drew Brees just got back from injury, but I still got them at number 6. And then the Titans, I have at number 5. I have them ahead of the Saints just because I think they have more quality wins.
Gotcha.
They've beaten Buffalo, Baltimore, and Indy. So
Yeah, my 6 and 5 I don't really like. I put the Steelers and the Browns, but now that I think about it, I'm like
Steelers are which one? 5?
6. And the Browns are 5.
Browns are 5.
But now that I look at it, I'm like,
Yeah.
I could go either. I could change that easily, but that's what I'm gonna go with.
Yeah. I mean, on paper, I don't think the Titans are better than the Saints. I think the Saints are probably one of the 3 or 4 best teams.
Yeah.
If I look at them on, with the eye test. But
Yeah.
they haven't really done anything that impressive if we're being realistic. At number 4, I have the Steelers, barely.
Okay.
They still do have 3 pretty good wins against Baltimore, Tennessee, and Cleveland. But they have obviously lost 3 in a row, so they're falling fast. If they don't figure it out here, they may not be in my top 4 at the end of the year.
Yeah. I had the Saints at 4.
Saints at 4.
I know they're kind of dipping off a little bit. But I mean, I still think they're a good team.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost to the Chiefs. I mean, the Chiefs.
Yeah,
Chiefs beat everybody.
Yeah, and they hung in there with them. Who do you have at 3?
I had the Packers at 3.
Same. I got the Packers at 3 as well. I honestly thought about maybe having the Steelers ahead of them just because they do have more quality wins. But the fact that they've lost to Cincinnati and Washington is not great. Not great losses.
Our boy Jimmy's not feeling good right now. I can guarantee it.
Yeah, he's a little more nervous.
He's probably hurting.
Yeah. And with the Packers only having the one quality win against New Orleans, which is a very quality win.
Yeah.
So I did give them the edge.
Yes.
Number 2, I got Buffalo. I think that's a pretty obvious one.
Me too.
They got 4 really good wins. 11-3. They're won 4 in a row. So
I'm guessing number 1 is the Kansas City Chiefs.
Kansas City Chiefs.
I wanted to put the Bills 1 really bad, but I thought, man, it's just not yet.
Yeah, I mean, especially having 2 more losses, I think that hurts. Kansas City also beat them. So,
but like we talked about before, the Bills do have probably the best wins still.
They do have, but the Chiefs actually have a pretty good collection of wins now too. They've beaten Baltimore, they've beaten Buffalo, who's behind them, Miami, Tampa Bay, New Orleans. So they're kind of stockpiling some good wins now too.
It's just when it comes down to it, I think we both hope this is gonna be the AFC Championship game.
Yeah, that would be great.
It's like who am I gonna trust, Josh Allen or Patrick Mahomes?
Probably Patty. Yeah.
100% Patty.
Yeah.
So, but the Bills are playing great football,
No question about it.
without a doubt.
Any teams you think are like right there on the fringe that we didn't mention?
The Dolphins, maybe.
Dolphins
Aren't bad.
They got 5 losses though. They really only have 1 good win.
The Seahawks are always in the mix.
Seahawks are kind of similar. I would say the Colts are on the fringe too. Browns sort of for me. I know you had them in there.
The Ravens, I know they have 5 losses, but I still feel like they're a good team.
I actually think the Ravens are probably the best team I don't have in there.
Okay, that's fair.
As far as the eye test goes.
And obviously, I had them as my Super Bowl champions, so I want them to get
Figure it
there.
out. Yeah, it's crazy. They're actually not in a playoff spot.
I know.
The season ended today.
I know.
But Miami does have to play Buffalo last game of the year.
Yeah.
So that's going to give the Ravens a chance to get in there.
Maybe, who knows? Maybe the Steelers will keep dipping.
Yeah.
You never know.
But the Steelers have the division clinch anyway, so.
Okay.
Yeah, because they've beaten Baltimore twice.
Yep.
All right, let's move on. What's next? We got our NBA predictions. We're here.
The
We're
bulk
here.
of the show,
Let's
besides
go.
Q&A.
Yeah. How do you want to do this, Gage? You want to just
Do you want to?
let's do
rattle off.
Western Conference first, our playoff teams.
Yeah.
You want to go first?
Yeah.
Do it.
You want me to start 1 or 10?
You can go either way you want.
Number 1, I'll start with the 1 to 10.
Yeah,
We'll
go.
go. I got Lakers, Nuggets, Clippers, Mavericks, Jazz, Blazers, Suns, Rockets, Thunder, and Grizzlies.
So you don't have the Warriors making the playoffs?
No.
Nice. I like it.
Do you?
We're pretty close. Yeah, I think the Warriors making the playoffs.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I got Lakers, Mavs. I think the Mavs are kind of a sneaky finals contender this year.
I agree.
Yeah. So I got Lakers, Mavs, Clippers, Nuggets, Jazz, Blazers, Suns, Warriors, Rockets, Pelicans.
Okay.
I think the only team that I kind of thought about being in there was the Grizzlies that I don't have in there.
Yeah.
I think that's the only team we don't agree on. Right?
Yeah.
The Warriors and the Grizzlies.
Well, now that I think about the Warriors, no, I don't think we have a question about it, so I'll get to how many.
I think the Warriors could, if they don't if for whatever reason this group doesn't match, they could easily miss the playoffs. That's why I have them at 8. I think all these teams like between 7 and 11 are you throw them in a hat and you pick them.
I got the Suns kind of high, but I forgot that they have Chris Paul. I think he'll really help that offense.
So where do you have them?
I have them 7 seed.
Me too.
Okay. So
we agree on that.
now I don't feel as stupid. In the East, I got the Bucks, Celtics, Nets, Heat, Raptors, the Sixers, Pacers, Wizards, Magic, and I got the Hornets at 10.
Magic and the Hornets. Okay, nice. I'm very similar. I got the Bucks, Celtics, Nets, Sixers, Heat, Raptors, Pacers. I got the Wizards at 8.
Yeah.
The Hawks, I have kind of being a sneaky team to move in the playoffs.
Very close putting the Hawks in there too.
And then the Hornets.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Just a reminder to people, the playoff format is a little bit different this year. The 7, 8, 9, and 10 seeds will be playing a little play-in tournament to get those last 2 seeds in the playoffs.
Yep.
So that's why we're listing up 10 seeds.
Yeah. So East, West is a little different, but the East is almost chalk for both of us.
Yeah. Yeah. Who do you got making the conference finals on both sides?
I said Lakers Clippers because we got dogged at that
Yeah.
last year.
I almost put that too.
I just want to see the Battle of Los Angeles.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
What about you?
I have the Lakers and the Mavs. I think the Mavs are.
Okay.
I think the Mavs made some moves that are a little under the radar, but they got Josh Richardson. They lost Seth Curry, but Josh Richardson is a good defensive, wing player. There's one other pickup that I'm missing, but James Johnson, I believe, joined. Who's another tough guy that can, I think he's with the Mavs. I could be wrong, so don't quote me on that. But I like they made defense a priority in the offseason, which is what they were lacking.
And Luka.
And Luka and Porzingis are just going to keep growing together, so I think that's going to be
hopefully Porzingis can stay healthy for a year.
I think on paper though, when they get to face the Lakers, they're not going to have a chance.
No.
Yeah. Who do you got in the Eastern Conference Finals?
I got the Bucks versus the Nets.
Bucks and Nets. I have the Nets and the Heat. I like the Heat still.
Okay.
I think they're going to get back there. I'm not buying Giannis and the Bucks as a playoff, as a finals contender at this moment, but who knows?
I just know they're a really good,
regular season
team.
Yeah.
I think they can make the conference finals.
Yeah.
Who's? I'm afraid to ask now because
We probably have the same ones.
who's your finals pick?
I got the Lakers beating the Nets in the finals.
I do too.
Just give me some right there. Fuck yeah.
I got the Lakers beating the Nets. I didn't put any games down. I'll say 6.
Yeah.
I think it's the easy one.
I just the star power of the Nets. I think is just going to bring them that far.
Yeah.
KD's got the credentials. I think he's going to be back. He's dropping 40 on the Warriors tonight. I can feel it.
And speaking of Kevin Durant, I have him winning my league MVP.
Okay.
What do you got?
I don't see. I thought about KD, but I don't think he can because I think when you have the 2 stars, it makes it hard to.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's why I'm picking Luka.
I thought about Luka was probably my second pick.
Yeah. I almost picked Giannis again just because he's probably going to ball out again.
Yeah.
But I think it's going to be Luka just because the voters tend to go towards a newer face.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But I just think I want KD to have a good year, a good comeback year.
Yeah.
I think he has the potential to.
Yeah.
And I would love to see him just get to that pinnacle again where people. It's kind of like how Steph Curry is.
Yeah.
People are forgetting, but Kevin Durant's going to show you tonight and hopefully the rest of the season that he's still that dude.
Yeah.
And is probably still the second best player in the league.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I think he's better than
absolutely.
Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
I think he's better than Kawhi Leonard on the offensive side.
More of a game changer than Anthony Davis. Probably more of a game changer than
And KD is
Kawhi.
underrated on the defensive side.
Yeah, he can play defense. He can block shots.
Yeah, because ever since he played for the Warriors, his defense went up that much higher.
Who's your rookie of the year?
I got LaMelo Ball.
Me too. Yeah, I think that's an easy one just because he's going to have the ball in his hands a lot of the time.
And plus, I have the Hornets making the playoffs, so I think.
Yeah, I think I had the Hornets sneaking in also.
Yeah.
I think he's gonna have the ball in his hands so much. He's probably gonna average 15 and 8.
Yeah.
So.
Who's your defensive player of the year?
I got Anthony Davis. I know he felt snubbed last year for not winning it, so I think he's gonna be on a tear trying to win it this year.
That's exactly who I picked too.
Yeah. Wow, look at us.
Look at
Picking the
us.
same peeps.
I think for the defensive player of the year, I was thinking like Siakam, maybe even Adebayo.
Yeah.
But I think what you said on point that he felt like he got snubbed. I mean, Giannis had a great year on the defensive side, but I think Anthony Davis this year will be healthy and have a great year on the defensive side of the ball.
It's funny though how like Giannis was getting shit for winning it because like in the series with the Heat, he wasn't ever guarding Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
People were giving him shit for that.
But,
It's like, I mean, what are you gonna do?
That's why they call it the regular season award.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not
Not
a
playoff award.
Playoff award, no.
Yeah. All right.
I can't believe it, but we have the same finals.
Yeah. I thought I was going a little bit out of the,
I think I am too.
With the Nets.
And what'd you have them seated at?
The Nets, I had them at 3, which I think might even be a little bit high.
Yeah, I had them 3 too. So I do think it will take them a little more time. I think it'll take their
It won't be
time to
perfect
get
right out the gate,
that chemistry.
Yeah.
Sorry to get that chemistry down.
For sure.
Especially with Kyrie.
They're pretty deep though, honestly. They have like Karis LeVert on the bench. Dinwiddie's a role player.
Yeah.
They picked up a couple other guys that are interesting too. So I think the Nets are going to be good.
How many games do you have the Lakers beating them in? If you had to guess.
I think that could go 7 easily. Yeah, 6 or 7.
And seeing LeBron and KD again against each
that'd be
other.
great.
And
LeBron's going to get his revenge.
And then KD's not on like a superstar team.
Yeah, it's just a very good team, but not a super team.
I like that. It's cool.
Right on.
Classic us.
Yeah.
We haven't been that bad recently when it comes to the predictions.
Yeah.
So I'm happy about that. But hey, great minds think alike. So
That's right.
what are you gonna do about it?
Co-host, baby. your beverage over there?
It's getting a little low, but it's tasting good.
All right.
Shout out to your mom for these lemons.
I think they're Meyer lemons, which are not usually great in cocktails, but it's actually tasting
They're,
very good.
they're actually Margan lemons.
Yes, Mark.
Time for Q&A already. We're
do it,
blowing
baby.
through this.
That's right. We
Last-
got some NBA basketball to watch. That's why we're blowing
Yeah.
through this. Feeling a little antsy.
Yep. There's only 2 games on today. It's kind of
I think it's kind of cool though. It kind of like puts the center stage.
yeah, it gets it going.
Yeah.
And the Kings play. Well, everybody else plays tomorrow, I'm assuming.
Yeah, I would imagine so too.
Do you want to say who you think is going to win each game tonight before we get on the Q&A?
Sure. Yeah. Actually, do you want to put a shot wager on the Nets and Warriors? I'll give you the Nets straight up.
Cool.
All right, let's do it.
No spread, just straight up, right?
Yeah, just straight up.
Cool.
Because I think the Nets are even favored by 7 anyways. but-
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that makes sense.
And unfortunately, no Draymond Green tonight.
Oh.
Yeah, which is lame.
You're giving me the Nets?
Yep.
All right.
Fuck it.
I mean, Steph Curry's going to drop like 45.
I'm a little bummed because there's gonna be no KD Draymond on-court beef.
Ooh. I can't imagine it'd be that bad. Anyways.
Yeah, probably not.
I know they've had their differences, but
Yeah. Do you need a claw or
Yeah.
do you want a Miller?
I'll take claw.
Mango or watermelon?
I'll take the mango.
There you go.
Just clip my fingernails. I can't do this.
Like that.
Go. Q&A time. We have, what, 13, 10,
We have 10.
10 questions?
Pretty good lineup here. Some of them we kind of already answered in our earlier
Yes.
segments, but we will
Still
revisit
intro? Yeah.
regardless.
You want to read the football questions there, Gage?
Yeah, I do. So this one's from Ashley, not Ashley.
Fuck you.
Her question was, are you sure you didn't want to ask this one?
Gage, who won the fucking Niner Cowboy game?
I don't know if did I watch that?
You sure fucking did.
Oh, yeah, that's right. The Dallas Cowboys beat the 49ers on Sunday. And it was great for me. You know why? Because I was here. No, we were all here with, yeah, give me that middle finger.
Yeah. Say it.
You were, we were here. It was probably, 8 Niner fans.
Something like that.
And then me, who,
And then you.
Cowboy fan. I was draped, by the way, down to the socks.
You draped in cowboy shirt?
Shocking.
Yeah. Never.
But yeah, the Cowboys won. Couldn't ask for anything better. we pretty much treat it like it was a Super Bowl.
I'm actually happy for you because it would have been a rough day for you if you had to stay in this house
Dude, it would have been bad.
with a bunch of Niner
It
fans.
would have been
After a
bad.
loss.
But nonetheless, it was a great time. You know, it actually wasn't that bad of a game.
It was. I mean, yeah, it was pretty exciting. It was
Mhm.
tied late in the game, and then Nick Mullins did his best Nick Mullins impression.
The game was sloppy on both sides, I would
fucking
say.
terrible.
But I had a great time, as always. Next question is from Mr. Calebson. What is y'all's opinions on which teams will make the Super Bowl and who will win? So a couple weeks ago, or we made our predictions.
Well, like we made our predictions before the season, but
Yeah.
I mean, who do you got right now? If you had to,
If not including who
yeah,
I've
just,
taken the past.
yeah,
I would say Chiefs, Packers, maybe.
Chiefs Packers. I think I'd go. That's actually a pretty good one. I don't know about the Packers. I'm still not totally sold, but they do look pretty good. They're 1-4 in a row.
Or Chiefs Saints.
I was gonna say Chiefs Saints is probably my bet right now.
Yeah.
The only thing is Drew Brees needs to heat up quick.
Yeah.
For them to get through the playoffs. The Packers will have that huge advantage assuming they get the number 1 seed, which they're in the driver's seat for that right now. They'll have a huge advantage being the only team in the NFC getting that. I would love to see Mahomes and Rodgers square off in the Super Bowl.
Dude,
Maybe the State Farm Super Bowl.
State Farm would be eating. Can you imagine? I can already see the Super Bowl commercials.
Commercials would be
for State
outrageous.
Farm. The Super Bowl State Farm commercials would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
And then they were just talking about the whole time how great they both are with their arms. It'd
Oh,
be a
yeah.
great matchup.
Yeah. I hope it happens actually.
It'd be almost the equivalent of seeing Rodgers and Brady almost because we never got to see that.
Yeah.
Our next question is from Chavoe, big fan of the show.
Yeah.
Says he loves Q&A, so we're giving it to you.
Yeah.
He says, who will represent the NFC in the Super Bowl? So it kind of goes what we were just talking about.
Yeah.
I did, so I'm going to go with my original pick, even though I just said the Packers, because I picked the Saints to make the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So I'm going to stick with the Saints on that.
Yeah, I think the Saints too.
Because that's what I picked.
Yeah. I went with the Buccaneers early in the year. I'm not loving the way they look right now. I think the Saints is my best bet
Yeah.
at this moment, like we just talked about.
Yeah. Our next question is from Margan 4444 or 4444. She said Kevin Green passed away at 58. What does that say about the safety of football?
So Kevin Green was a defensive lineman,
Hall of Famer.
linebacker, outside linebacker, Hall of Famer.
Played for the Steelers, the
Played
Panthers.
for the it started with the Rams, played
Yeah.
with the Steelers, Panthers, even played a year with the Niners. Third most sacks all time.
Yeah.
He was a great
I
player.
mean, I think he's part of the 100 sack club.
Mm-hmm.
So we were talking about this earlier. I was looking it up. And they're not giving out what happened.
Yeah, they have no cause of death at the moment.
So I don't know.
I think it's easy to assume though that it was
Like-
football related injuries caused this.
Yeah, or like-
Head trauma,
Yeah, like maybe he killed himself because of it.
or maybe even something like that.
Yeah.
I think it's easy to say that it's due to
Like CTE.
CTE. But yeah, football is just in a tough position. It's a violent sport.
It's a violent
There's
sport.
no way you can really take the physicality out of it without it being a completely different game.
Yeah, like you could do flag football, but that wouldn't be.
Yeah.
People would complain about that.
Yeah, I think even fans are already a little upset with the way that the game is kind of quote unquote become soft because of all the penalties that are called on certain types of hits on players. So
But for the safety of football part, it just tells me that the game is not safe, like you were saying. It's a violent sport.
yeah, the other thing is that I think is when you sign up to play in the NFL, you have to know what you're getting yourself
Yeah.
into. You can't just think, I should be protected for life because I owed it. You're getting paid millions of dollars.
So you don't think there should be some kind of like union towards that?
Well, there is.
Yeah.
But I don't think you can just say, you could blame anyone when you're choosing to play football.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
It's tough,
It's just-
especially with, and it's not even all about the NFL because I guarantee every pro started playing football at the latest in high school.
Yeah.
So you've been getting hit
Yeah,
for
so
years
you know
and
what you're getting
years
yourself into.
before
Yeah.
even you get close to the NFL.
Exactly.
So a lot of these guys start when they're pee-wee.
Mm-hmm.
You're like 7, 8, hitting each other.
Yeah.
And back then it's even worse because they didn't hold anything back.
Yeah.
I mean, now they do a better job of practicing and not getting hit as much in practice and saving
Yeah.
that just for actual gameplay.
Yeah. I think I've also heard that, they're trying to take tackle football out of, youth, level of the game
Yeah.
just to save kids as early as possible.
Yeah.
But I think football is just in a tough position. You can't really do much about the safety
There's
of it
it's a tough question. 'Cause
Yeah.
There's really no right answer to
because you
it.
can't put bricks on their heads that
Yeah.
to save their head.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's tough
Yeah,
situation.
it's also-
but it's sad
Also said that he passed away
Yeah,
so
R.I.P.
so
to-
early in his life.
to Kevin Green and
Yeah.
his family.
Condolences,
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Basketball question time.
Mm-hmm.
I'll read these ones for you, Gage. You can, since you love basketball.
I do.
So actually, all these. Oh no, 2 of these are about the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
The first one's from Chavaway. He put in 2 this week. He asked, "How many wins do the trash Dubs get this season?" He's such a hater.
I love the way he worded
He's
this.
such a hater.
I was thinking about this, and I think they're going to be in the.
So there's 72 games this year, so you
Yeah.
gotta consider that.
I'm going to say somewhere between the 25 and the 30 win range.
So you think they're going to be under 500, like not good?
Well, I don't have them in the playoffs. So
Yeah.
I'm not going to say they're going to win 45 games.
Yeah.
I'll say
So you have no faith in.
no. Okay, I'll do this. I'll say 33 games.
33. Okay. I'm gonna say, I was thinking like 40, because that would be 40 and 32, which I think is a reasonable estimate.
Yeah.
But I think even that's kind of high. I might go. Let's go 39.
Okay.
39 and 33.
Gotcha.
6 games over. I don't love their depth, but I think they could be a good team. And Steph's one of the best players in the league, so
The top 3-point guard of all time.
yep. So I think they have a chance to be good. I'm not totally sold on them being a contender by any means, but
I mean, yeah.
They should be fun to watch.
Don't get me wrong. If Clay was here, it would be
Be a different
way
story.
different story.
Yeah,
And
they'd
you know
probably
that,
be a top
and
5 seed.
people listening know that too. That's
Yeah.
why I didn't have them in the playoffs.
yeah, Clay is a huge loss for sure.
Yeah.
Next question is from Jay Farron. He's actually got a couple. The first one is, what seed do the Warriors end up in and who's ahead of them? So we already talked about that in our predictions. I have them as the 8th seed. Gage has them out of the playoffs. Do you think they would be the best team to not make the playoffs? Or do you have them 11th?
I mean, I'll give it to you.
Didn't really think about it.
I didn't really think about it.
Yeah.
No, I was just kind of focused on the top 10.
Yeah.
But I could see that
Yeah.
being the case.
I mean, I had.
Maybe like the Spurs, they could figure it out because there's a good organization.
Yeah, the Spurs are interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, they're always a playoff.
Yeah.
You consider them in the playoffs, but I don't look at them as a team talented enough to make it.
They're certainly not what they used to be.
Yeah. So to reiterate who I have above the Warriors, I have the Suns, Blazers, Jazz, Nuggets, Clippers, Mavs, and Lakers.
And I think
In that
I think
order,
all those.
backwards.
I think right now those teams are better than the
I think so.
Maybe not the Suns.
Suns are because you don't know how they're gonna play
Yeah.
together. But yeah, I think.
I'd say the Suns are the only suspect one of those.
Yeah,
But
I think talent-wise, their top three are better than the Warriors' top three.
Yeah.
J.A. Faring also asks, who's your guys' favorite for Rookie of the Year going into the season? We both said
LaMelo
LaMelo.
Ball.
Yeah, LaMelo Ball. So there's that for you, sir.
Have
question.
you seen LaMelo Ball play or like in the?
I watched a couple of his highlights. It looks
He
like
looks
kind of looks like Jason Kidd.
I think. Well, that's funny because a lot of people said Lonzo is gonna be that same way.
Yeah.
It's just I think him playing overseas against pros
Yeah, it helps.
really helped his game.
Yeah, I think he's gonna be better than Lonzo.
I think he is too.
Yeah.
I think he could be.
Yeah,
I don't like how he's on the Hornets, but that's just the way the dice roll.
yeah, it'd be interesting. I think it'd be good for him to be in a small market.
Yeah. All right, some miscellaneous questions. I like how you threw that big word in there for me.
Big old miscellaneous.
This one's from our boy C. Deeves. I want to say it's one of the first questions he's given us on the show. Maybe. He said, "Can we see an arm wrestling battle between you two? Loser takes a butt chug with a beer bong."
We might do the arm wrestle, but we're not butt chugging anything.
Yeah, butt chug
Could kill you.
kind of means death,
Yeah, pretty much.
depending on
Who you are.
who you are. Like
Depending on how many times you've done it.
we're not Steve-O.
Yeah, exactly.
We're not Steve-O. We can't really do that.
We're not rushing to the hospital right now. All the
Yeah.
ICU beds are taken.
I'll give you this though, Cody. We'll do the arm wrestling match, and the loser we'll say takes what, a double shot or something
Sure, whatever.
in the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In the mouth.
No,
Not in the eye.
nothing in the anus.
Not in the anus.
So yeah, maybe we'll post it on the
Sure, yeah.
Instagram account too. Next question is from Margan Fo. She said, "What's up with LaRussa getting off his second DUI? I guess money will buy you anything except being responsible."
Ooh, Tony, mom's calling you out.
She's fucking Anthony calling you out.
I don't even really know the story. I kind of read an article about it. I don't even know what really happened, but
I mean, he probably got pulled over and said, "Hey, I'm Tony LaRussa."
yeah, I guess he like crashed into a curb because his tire blew out when he was like his blood alcohol level was like 0.095, which is a little bit above the legal limit. I don't know. I don't condone drinking and driving. Let's put it that way.
No, not at all.
But whatever. I mean,
When you got a big name,
Yeah.
it helps. It does.
Yeah.
What can you do about it? You got money. It's.
yeah.
I'd like to ask your mom a question. Would she be tripping if she had a big name and she can get out of a DUI?
Yeah, no.
No, I don't think any of us would, right?
Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah, we don't condone it,
Yeah.
but when you're someone who people know and you have the money for it, mostly it's just the money.
Yeah.
Like 10 G's at Tony LaRussa ain't shit.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah. It's also interesting that he just got a job this year, and this happened 9 months ago.
Yeah.
But whatever. I don't know.
It's
I don't have huge feelings on it.
nah. I mean, I like the question because it's a good one. but-
Hopefully he learns from it. Let's put it that way.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And our last question is from Nahiwa G, who we wish was here, but he's got family here right now,
Yeah.
so he is a
His
little
sisters are in the house.
preoccupied. He asked, "Who is your shortest friend?" And this is him poking fun because he wants us to say him,
Yeah.
but that's just not the case.
Yeah,
Because
we're not going to let you win, Garrett.
no, can't do it. I think it's got to be Ashley Small, maybe.
Yeah. If we're gonna throw her in the mix, I would say for guy friends it would be if Sal is indeed shorter than Garrett, I would go Sal.
I would. It's got to be.
He
close.
might be shorter, honestly.
Yeah, they're probably right
Yeah.
there. But I mean, Garrett, we love you. We know you are a
Yeah.
little short, but Sal's probably they're probably right.
They're
there.
like neck and neck, yeah.
I'm trying to think of somebody else. I kind of can't. I don't really hang out with that many people anymore.
Yeah. Even like Ashley Sills is like right
Yeah.
neck and neck with Garrett in height.
I mean, I'm not friends with really him anymore. Alec Parker was pretty short.
Alec
back in the
Parker
day.
is pretty short.
But he's not really my boy anymore. But
Yeah, haven't talked to him in a minute, but hey, we still love him.
hey, shout out.
Shout
I didn't think I'd give an Alec Parker shout out
Yeah.
on today's podcast, but here we are.
I didn't think he would get any shout outs on any podcast. All right, so there's our Q&A.
Thank you for the questions, as always.
Solid questions this week.
Always appreciate it.
Yeah. It's time for last call. You got any final words?
Well, I was going to mention that the Jets won a game,
The Jets won a game.
which I'm telling you right now, the front office is pissed.
Yeah.
Because
Adam Gase is just sticking it to him.
their
It's like,
shot at Trevor Lawrence, gone.
Yeah.
Unless
the Jags do something.
the Jags can win another game.
Yeah. Dude, he's going to be a Jag.
Yeah, can we talk
Do you think he would rather be a Jaguar or a Jet?
a Jet?
I think so too.
Because just
Playing in New York would be way cooler
it's just
than Jacksonville.
to me, it's just it's a better franchise to play for because people really know about them. They have actually a little bit of respect.
Yeah.
They've won a Super Bowl. I know it was like 50 years ago, but they won one.
Yeah.
And just the Jaguars, all together, it's just an ugly franchise.
They have terrible
The
uniforms.
logo's terrible. The
Yeah.
uniform's terrible.
Yeah.
What they do on the field's terrible.
Yeah.
Their coaches, besides the dude who coached the Giants, terrible.
Yeah.
Coughlin.
Yeah.
It's just all bad. Like who's their
Well,
best?
Coughlin's not even the coach. He's a
Well, he used to be the coach.
before.
I think he was.
Oh, okay. I didn't
So
know that.
who's the best quarterback in Jags history? Mark Brunell,
Yeah, him or I know Byron Leftwich went to the playoffs
yeah,
once.
or
Who's the other?
David Garrard.
David Garrard. Yeah.
it's just I want to play for the Jets.
Yeah, me too.
New York.
At least the Jets have some history. They play in a big city. The Jaguars, like you said, they need to cease to exist.
They got to change.
They gotta leave Jacksonville.
They got to.
Why
They
is
got.
there-
They got to change their logo and their name. The
Yeah.
Jaguars.
Yeah.
What is this?
But they gotta get the fuck out of why is there a franchise in Jacksonville? No one knows shit about
It's
Jacksonville.
it's the third most known franchise in Florida,
yeah.
football wise.
Yeah. It's probably the least known or the least celebrated franchise in the state in all
Like,
major
people like the
sports.
Marlins more than the Jags.
Probably.
I would guarantee it.
And Marlins have at least been to a couple World Series.
Hey, they were fucking.
Yeah.
They won
got
one-
2 rings.
They got 2 rings. You know how many do the Jags got? None.
Nothing.
How many,
Not
how, many,
even close.
how many times have they been in the Super Bowl? None.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
man, I did not expect a Jags rant either.
I love it.
But it's like, I do not want to see Trevor Lawrence in a Jaguars uniform. I just
Yeah.
don't. I hope he stays another year now.
Yeah.
I hope he stays.
He would look terrible in that
He
fucking
would look
teal.
awful. I mean, I don't
The
even.
Sharks are the only team that can pull off teal.
I don't-
Throw that out there.
I don't even think the Jets uniforms are good. I mean, I like green.
Yeah, the new ones
It's
are.
my favorite color, but I think the way they did it, they kind of blew it
They
too.
fucked him up. Yeah, the old ones are better.
He would look better in that Jets uniform, but the Jags one, it's gonna look terrible.
Yeah.
It's gonna look bad.
No good player should be in that uniform.
No.
Sorry,
Like
Jags.
who's their best player of all time? Maurice Jones-Drew.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Off the top of my
I
head.
can't really think of
I
anybody
just
else.
can't. It's just bad.
Can I tangent to Rams rant? What
Yeah.
the fuck? You lose to the Jets?
The Jets?
I was on my knees for you guys last week. I mean, granted I was trashed, but I was on my knees for you guys.
I'm surprised you remember that.
Yeah,
Oh, just for that you're taking a shot?
yeah. So I'm gonna combine this with the Niners losing to the
Thank you.
Cowboys,
Thank you.
which was sad.
Thank you.
But what the fuck, LA?
What happens when you root for LA teams?
Yeah, that was my first mistake. Yeah, the Jets, really?
The Jets.
You almost pulled the Raiders.
Dude. Like, the Jets should have 2 wins.
Yeah, we shouldn't even be having this conversation about first pick.
He cannot go to the Jags.
No.
He can't.
I also want to say, I was pretty trash when I said that I thought the Rams were the best team in the NFC. I don't actually feel that way. Not just because I lost to the Jets, but it definitely is confirmed now. They're not the best team in the NFC.
No, not even close.
So, yeah. Anything else about that?
I mean, I could keep going now.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
not
wanna-
worth it.
Not worth it at this point.
Fuck the Jets.
Hey, how
the
about
Jags.
this? How about Jags? Get one more win, please.
Yeah, right?
Please
You
get
do
one
not
more.
want to see Tila in your uniform.
No.
I got one thing that's exciting. The NHL has announced a 56-game schedule that will start on January 13th.
Here we go.
That's 3 weeks away. Fucking still
Coming back. And 56 compared to 82 that they play normally?
normally 82.
Okay.
It's like 2 days after the 1-year anniversary of that game that we went to.
Wow, it is, huh?
Yeah, so
Nice.
cool stuff. Another cool note is they've kind of realigned the divisions, and there's going to be a division that's all Canadian teams. So it's going to be the 7 Canadian teams in one division, And the full schedule is going to be division-only games, which is going to be exciting because that means the Sharks get to play the Knights 8 times.
Wow.
They get to play the Ducks 8 times. They get to play the Kings 8 times. It's going to be
That's nice.
killer. And I think they're back in maybe back in the same division as Dallas,
Okay.
which used to be a good rivalry when they were in the same division about 10 years back. So, yeah, excited about that. Get some Sharks hockey soon.
Can't wait.
I kind of think the Sharks are going to stink this year, but
Yeah.
I'm excited about
It's gonna be fun to
regardless.
watch.
Yeah.
Always.
Yeah, so that's all I got.
Cool. One more shout out. Merry Christmas,
Yep,
because this will be our last show before Christmas.
that's true.
And I'm rocking the hat, rocking the Happy Festivus shirt for people who aren't watching us on YouTube. Shout out to Seinfeld.
Yeah.
And yeah, hope everybody has a great Christmas. I know things are a little different this year.
We're also going to be building some gingerbread houses,
Not only are there gingerbread houses, they are Barbie themed
Barbie themed.
gingerbread houses.
And they look like, I've been coining this term, they're the Barbie Tahoe mansions.
Take it.
Yeah, so
So that'll be tonight.
you're not going to know about this prior because this won't be out
Yeah.
when we do it, but
Yeah.
we'll be doing some gingerbread houses.
It's gonna be fun.
It's going to be super
I
impressive.
couldn't tell you last time I did a gingerbread house.
I've
Like,
never done one.
middle school maybe. I thought I could do one in middle school.
Yeah, I don't
maybe
think-
elementary.
I can't say that I've ever done one.
And Emerson and I, we're doing teams too.
Yep, it's the ISR team right here. Let's
course.
go, baby. Give me some. We're gonna be drinking Fireball too during. It's festive. It's cinnamon.
Yeah, teams are gonna be me, you, Stone, Katie, Sean, Courtney.
Assuming they're gonna come.
Yeah,
And
hopefully.
then I think Mr. Peanut Gallery himself is gonna have a partner too.
Who? Garrett?
Yeah, I think either if it's it might be Brady or Brett, whoever shows up.
Cool.
Yeah.
I think Danny might be here too.
I think he's got to work tonight, unless that changed.
He got.
Yeah, I don't know.
I thought he worked the 7 to 3 today.
You could be right. So maybe it's gonna be Dars. Anyways.
Somebody will be here.
Yeah. Anyways, that was a nice,
That was
smooth episode.
Hell
We were
yeah.
not smashed like last week.
A little buzzed.
Yeah.
Cheers.
Cheers to that episode. We made a lot more sense, I'm sure. Do you have
I
any
sure
bold-
hope so.
Yeah. Any bold predictions you want to throw out last minute?
No,
At the bell?
I don't want to take any shots.
All right, kudos to that.
Cool.
All right. We will see you next week.
Merry Christmas.